Yes, it's another episode on Emerald TV, and of course, it's as usual, as always interesting. We brought to you another interesting topic, which says the court's judgment for approving skirts for female NYSC members. Female NYSC members. We have a female in the house and we have a male in the house. The female to be Miss Promise Osabohen and Mr. Austin Oyibode. Um, Promise, what do you have to say on the court's judgments on approving skirts for NYSC court members, the females?
I would say that was a dumb decision because unless maybe they want to use it on their weekly or normal basis in camp, it's actually not ideal and it's very inconveniencing to even want to use a skirt to actually attend the camp extra activities. So no,
You don't agree with them.
no, I
So
don't.
do you agree with the court on their decision to approve skirts around the camp?
Actually, before I will say I agree or disagree, let's do some genesis.
Mm-hmm.
The ground of that judgment was Christian girls. They are trying to advocate for their fundamental rights and trying to obey their religious laws. Because to them, wearing trousers as the ladies, as far as Christianity is concerned, to them is a sin.
Yeah.
So they feel like the NYC is trying to oppress them. Let me language oppress them and compare them and intimidate them. Let me say so. So they wear trousers and then which to them violates their religious belief system.
Mm-hmm.
That's the foundation. And then from what we see, it's a Christian lady that took up the case and then took to the courts, and the court had to pass judgment compelling NYC to allow them to wear skirts so that they will obey their religious law and also compel NYC to obey their bylaws as even their fundamental rights as according to the Nigerian constitution.
Yeah.
Now, your question whether is it fair or right or what do I have to say about it?
Yes.
If I must say, I have been a COP member. I served in a camp 2007, 2008, Kwara. Camp life is a regimented life. You're not free. The 3 weeks orientation, you're not just free to do whatever you think, whatever you want. It's not your house. It's not your father's house.
Yeah.
It's not your mother's house. It's not even your office. It's not even your office where you wear any clothes you like. Wear skirt to office, wear trousers to office. It's not your office. It's a paramilitary institution, and the trainers there are military men.
Okay.
So the principle there is that, and then there are some drills you go through, which require you wearing clothes. As a lady, I think the enforcement of trousers is to preserve the dignity of the lady. We have to preserve the dignity of the girl's child, of the girl, or the lady in the camp. Because if there are some of the drills that they run in the camp, if a lady wears skirts to that place, I must be frank with you, the lady cannot carry out some of those activities. Climbing the rope, climbing the wood, they call it river under, and then climb the wood. If there are sick, you climb the wood and you run. Then there are some trainings you do pass through some barbed wire. And at times, even when we camp, the barbed wire will seize our clothes, seize our trousers. We start dragging, struggling inside the barbed wire there, inside the tiny hole like that to go to the other side. So many man of war drills. There are endurance trek. A lot of exercises we do that require you as a lady covering up. So when you wear skirt, imagine a lady wearing a skirt. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going far. Just whether I should agree or not, but I have to explain some of this thing. Imagine a lady wearing skirt and you are climbing the rope. Underneath you, there are men now. The young men that are there under. You climb a rope and you are wearing a small skirt. What are you saying? And then even if your skirt is long down like this, it will give you challenges when climbing. You give challenge when climbing, then you start struggling there, and then you will start finding of covering yourself as a lady. You are climbing, you are thinking about your body to cover. So it will be convenience. And then with the camp life, wearing skirt to the 3 NYSC 3 weeks operation camp, I'm afraid to say is to be good for the lady. It's not be good for them.
Okay. So, this idea, this was being sparked up by some Christian ladies who came about to, they wanted to defend their faith and say that this is their faith, so
Yes.
they have to put on skirts. What do you have to say on the fact that in the camp you need to put on trousers as a female to cover up yourself? Having this faith, what do you think that they should do as Christians who believe that my faith does not agree with putting on trousers? What advice, what can be better so that everything can be fine? Because a lady cannot put on skirts in NYSC camp.
Because of the situation
Because of
over
the
there.
situation. Should they, do you think that they should apply for NYSC to go and serve, or maybe they should be exempted in the camp from those things those exercises, so as to keep up to their faith?
Okay, you know what, the law of NYSC stipulates that until you are 30 years, you can't be given exemption certificate. If you are 30 years and above, after you graduated, then you are exempted from NYSC. Anybody below 29, 28 down, is compulsory that you must go for NYSC. That is the law, first thing first.
Okay.
Then get into the camp, and then you don't want to wear trousers because of the Christian faith. It's not wrong, it's your fundamental right, it's your belief system. Yes, I agree. But now, looking at the life in the 3 weeks orientation camp, which we that have been there, we know that we are talking based on the fact, we are talking based on the fact that they will experience that a lady cannot survive the orientation camp. That what we are saying is orientation camp, not just after not just the other part of the service here. The 3 weeks orientation camp. After the orientation camp, you can wear skirt, no problem. For CDL, you can wear those ones. But for the 3 week orientation camp, the activity there, it will be possible for you to do them with trousers. Now, what should they do? Abi?
Yes.
What should they do? What advice for? What should they do as ladies in such situation? I'm afraid that to say that if the NYSC will give permission for them to stay away from many of the drills, the climbing, the endurance trek, the manual drills, because of say you are wearing skirt. You wear skirt now, you want it, Abi, then join. Because if you know the activity we do in the camp, and you are going for a virtual camp, you apply for shirt, the skirt, then you have to do the exercise. Since you want it, do the exercise and let us see what will happen to you. It will be easy for you. So you either go by what will help you to cover your body. Because as a lady now, if you go to the camp with skirt, you are able to expose your body more. You will be exposing your body in the camp to the young men there in the camp. So it will be better for you to abide by the NYSC laws, one, to safeguard your dignity in the camp as a girl, not to expose yourself to the men in the camp. But to say that you can get exemption based on this thing, you won't get exemption. As far as I'm concerned, you will not get exemption. But you have to do so. Either you may not go for service, or you go for the service and face what is there. Because although I cannot tell what will happen when they get to the camp, but from my own thinking, you must go to the service and face, or you exempt yourself personally from the service. I'll say, look, I'm not going for service. Apply for exemption if it will be done. Because if you're not up to 30 years, there's no exemption letter.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Ms. Promise, from what the judgment of the courts, will NYSC provide accommodations or support for the female corps members that have decided to wear skirts as part of their uniform? Because the courts gave the approval. So should there be something guiding them? Like I asked if they should be exempted. Do you think the courts should have made it that they will be exempted from the exercises and the drills and all of them? Should there be special, attention, special care, special things for them?
No, they should not.
Really? Why did you say so? That was blunt. That was really blunt. Why so?
Because what's the purpose of going to a camp when you know you don't want to actually join them in doing the activities they are doing?
So there is every 100% possibility that you can't do it on skirts.
You can't do it on skirts. So if you know you are not interested, you just exempt from the whole being in camp.
So I want to ask you because you said you've been there. How do you think the soldiers will feel when they see that others are doing exercises and you are not going because you say you were scared?
Now, even in the camp, I told you I was in the camp. I was there. The only thing where I exempted myself from was the endurance trek. I know very well if I trek for a long distance, I'll get my chest pain. So that was what exempted me from being part of the endurance trek, because it's a long distance trek. But if it's no health reason, even women that are pregnant, they have children, they send them back home. A pregnant woman cannot be running. Those guys will destroy your baby in the camp. And then you have a nursing baby. You can't take nursing baby to the camp because that baby will cry. Nobody, and you can't bring somebody to come and nurse baby for you in the camp. No way like that. So those people are exempted from the camp. Nursing mothers, and then pregnant women cannot go to camp. Then any other person, maybe you are in the camp, you have some health issues. When some exercise come up, okay, they can consider you. But when you have no such matters, you are healthy. Why should you be exempted? You are healthy. Your hand, your leg, your mind, your heart, your head. You must do exercise. The soldier will not give you. They will not. Mind you, before daybreak, 4 o'clock, the bingo don ring finish. If you not go, they call use koboko drive you from hospital, drive you from your way to sleep. You know you hear the big bingo they call it. You know you hear it. You feel like sleep. If others have gone, they come and drive for that camp. You will run to the parade ground with your skirts, with your brother that with that way you will run up. So sleep there is very regimented. Life is regimented in camp. So that cannot be done.
Okay, sir. From this judgment, do you think, because there are people who have this belief and of not putting on trousers, who have served,
yes,
themselves, how do you think what do you think will come to their mind when they realize that, oh, there are people actually putting on skirts and they have to bend towards putting on trousers when they serve? So what will it be like? Does it affect them?
I'm sure they will reason the way we are reasoning right now, because they know what is in the camp. People have not gone. They will be thinking, thank God we are Christians, so it will help us well. When they get there, you know that life is not the same. When you get to the camp, there is fence. Not going out for those 3 weeks you dey inside the camp. Now what the NYSC talk make you do, now you go do. If it's a place that is fence round, police soldier no go give you space go outside. Your parents cannot. You can only even some places, you know, where I served in Kwara, there was no space for phone. It was very rare. Sometimes some will climb tree to go and make phone call. Yes, but now I'm sure now the village must have been open somehow. Yes, so there's no space. There's no time for it.
Okay, thank you so much. Promise. This implication, like this old judgment, you know, we have institutions where they are strict with the kind of uniforms they wear. So what will the implication of the court judgments do to those institutions or organizations that are strict to kind of uniforms they wear?
They are strict with the girls wearing on trousers.
Yes, you know, like some institutions, they are very strict for the kind of uniforms they have to put on, and most times it doesn't balance well with this Christian belief. So what is the implication of this decision?
Well, it might cause uncertainties on the female gender, because they have no choice than to just wear the uniform.
Just put on the uniform. Can you expose it more, like how? Because they have no choice to put it on. So that means other institutions, other organizations with these strict uniform policies, they should remain strict. Like if the work has to entail setting that they must put on trousers, they should keep to
That's
it.
the uniform, unless maybe they want to maybe they want the females to wear something else.
Okay.
But if they are on their uniform, they should be allowed to wear their uniform.
But okay, let's just drive a little bit away from the NYSC, because I know that there are some organizations where they make it really strict to put on trousers. Is it that work demands that without putting on trousers, you cannot do the job or something?
Where in some institutions they have rules and regulation on dress code. So if an NYSC student or NYSC person wants to work in such institution, you have to obey their rules and regulations of that institution and abide by the laws.
Okay. So what do you have to say on that? On the fact that these there are organizations that are strict on having trousers to work with them. So now someone that has this faith, this belief that they don't put on trousers, should they go on? Can they allow them to put on skirts? Because in the NYSC camp, from what you said, it is unavoidable. Like trouser is necessary. So all these organizations now that makes trouser for the female ladies to be mandatory, is it really necessary?
Now, let me make it clear again. You know, I'm not advocating for wearing on trousers by ladies. Get it too? Even by the core members. But my advocacy for trousers is during the 3 weeks orientation camp. Anybody viewing should understand that's where I'm coming from because of the activities in the camp. But after the NYSC camp, during the service years, a lady should wear her skirts. That is clear. That's my point. Now, coming to organization that their strict rule is trousers. Okay, I've seen even the police force. There's some lady that wear skirts.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I think even in this what's it called? This immigration, the lady that wears skirts.
Yeah.
Now, if their policy is very strict on you must wear trousers, and as a Christian woman or lady, you feel guilty wearing the trouser, one appeal that you should be given a kind of leeway to wear skirts. If the organization disagree with you bluntly and say there's no provision for it, and you feel that it is unfavorable to your conscience to wear trouser, what option do you have? Tell me.
For me, I'll quit.
Quit.
Just
That's the option you have now. You have to option either to remain and wear the trouser or quit, because if they are of their strictness.
Certainly they will have their other
so in that case you have to quit and get another job. Some people have done some of those things when the jobs are not favoring their faith. I bet instead of serving this thing and losing my Christian stand, let me leave it. They've done it. So you do that, you quit that job and look for another job.
Alright, this is where we'll be drawing the curtain on this episode of the Emerald TV show today. What's your take on this? Do you think women, these people who have this Christian belief, that they should go ahead with putting on skirts in the 3 weeks orientation camp, or they should wear trousers? How will the environment be? Will it be safe for the male gender? Is it going to be nice? What will their eyes see? Is it going to be pleasant? What's your take on this? Let's have it in the comment section. Thank you for viewing. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.